it. Okay, great. We are back live here in the Self-Achievement Network. Hello, everyone. I am back with our dear old friend, the marketing consultant extraordinaire, Mr. Sharif Youssef. Hi, Sharif.
Hi, Dominic. How are you? It's good to be back.
Thank you. We are experiencing some. We're experiencing a blackout. Sharif can't see me. So I can
Yeah,
make faces, I can do all kinds of things, and he will have no idea. I could make fun of him, and he won't even know it.
I trust that you will not.
When people put their two fingers behind your head to make you look like a rabbit,
Yeah.
I can't do it, but it's all kinds of things. So anyway, hello everyone. Once again, thank you for joining us. We are here to talk about a really interesting topic. This is our Why It's Important podcast. And Sharif and I talked, and since we are still in this crazy times, in this lockdown for some and opening up for others and still dodging corona bullets, we thought, we know that there's companies that are out there that are still having a big problem. They're in crisis mode still. So Sharif is going to enlighten us on some ideas and thoughts, his thoughts about what companies can do or how brands can adapt in times of crisis.
Yeah.
So it's about being adaptable, right?
Yeah, I thought it would be maybe a good topic to talk about, especially in this time, because of everything is very different, and the whole world is going through a lot of things. So so businesses also are going through so much now, and it's across the board. All industries been forced to either close their doors or move into remote working situations, and utilizing whatever available technology they have, and some of them also some of them weren't technologically ready, and then they had to do some upgrades and so on. So it is a different time, and for many businesses, when we talk about the online presence and the marketing aspect of it, while working from home, it has prompted a total stop in sales for a lot of companies.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, businesses that actively utilize the online space from before, either for coverage, for marketing, for sales, customer relations, and what have you, they've realized that the importance of optimizing their online presence. So it's there's sort of two tracks. One of them, companies that weren't doing enough online, and then found themselves like in the middle of nowhere. Okay, so we gotta get our shoulders to the wheel quickly, and another set of companies who are already online, but they found themselves that not doing enough to cope with whatever is happening now.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. I heard something yesterday that was really surprising, and maybe you can talk about this. We've all heard consumer confidence. That's a term that's pretty self-explanatory. The confidence they have in spending money with the people that they normally spend money with in their towns and in the cities and the place they visit. And so I heard the guy saying on the radio, that this was on the public radio, that 78% of the economy is driven by the purchases of people like you and me, like us, right?
Yeah.
It's not the industry. 70 something. I think, can't remember if it was 72 or 70. It was a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, oh my gosh. So, people are not able to go out, of course. And then, some of them are, but if they're normally used to going to let's say a dry cleaner, and the dry cleaner can't open, or they didn't prepare well enough, whatever. This is a big issue.
Of course, yeah, and it's like across the board, as I was mentioning, for us to represent about 3/4 of the transactions, that's a huge number. We also are doing our part in the shift to online, and we're doing most of our shopping online right now. It's apart from obviously the businesses that, or the types of services that you just mentioned, like the dry cleaners, for example. But in general, we are shifting automatically to the online world, doing that a lot and utilizing it more than ever. I know a lot of people that do their grocery shopping online, or used to do it at least till maybe a couple of weeks back or something. Uh, Grocery shopping online. Obviously, clothes, and we've stepped into summer now, so people are wanting to get their summer wardrobe up and running, and all that.
Hmm.
So yeah, we are, as consumers, we are definitely going into that direction. And the interesting thing is that we as consumers, and we know we tend to go to the brand, we tend to go to the preferred brands, our preferred brands first.
Hmm.
We look and see if they have what we want, and then if they don't, then we go to see the other brands, because there is a reason for that. It's that we typically make our purchase, or take our purchase decisions emotionally before we do them mentally. Did I
Hmm.
ever say that before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a million times.
Okay. Good. Yeah. So yeah, it's because we do that, then we tend to go to the brands that we like and we love, and then if we don't find anything that we want, then we start looking for other brands. The problem here is that if our preferred brands were not up to date or up to speed with whatever is happening in the market, and not adapting quickly enough to all the crisis situation that we're going through, this is where it comes a big issue for us as consumers. At the same time, for them as providers, it also poses a threat, because if I don't find what I want with my preferred brand, then I probably will go and buy from somewhere else. That's
Hmm.
uh, that's a typical situation, right?
Yeah. So, what are some of the things that you are seeing or would recommend for this adaptation during the times of crisis? And I think one more thing I would like to say. I mean, are there restrictions in terms of, or guidelines, should I say? There has to be guidelines in terms of what shops and places can do, that their local governments are saying, well, you can do this, but you can't do that. Like the
Right.
restaurants now, we can go outside and we can eat open air. But what about, like, okay, let's go back to the dry cleaner, right? So where they have curbside drop off or something? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess this is the ultimate solution for these types of services. Even for food, also it's pretty much the same, unless you're actually, like you said, you're you went to a restaurant and you're sitting outside, and at a patio or something. But other than that, it's probably going to be curbside pickup or delivery. These are the only solutions that can help these businesses, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in all cases, they still need. I mean, even if we're talking about the dry cleaners, probably the dry cleaner will also need to enhance their, or strengthen their position online, because a lot of people, maybe like you and me, would kind of think, okay, so are they actually open if I wanted to send something to be dry cleaned or not
Yeah.
in this situation? So they, first of all, they need to know, they need to let people know that yes, we are open. And once they do that, then they need to couple that with a few other things, like be consistent in their content, and let people know that they are always available. And that is very important in when you're enhancing your brand position. So as a first step is that let your customers know that you're there. You're not closed. You are still providing your service. Maybe you're going to do it in a different way. Maybe you're going to send someone to pick up their dry cleaning, anything. But at least let them know that you are still open and that you're operating. That's the first step.
Hmm.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Yeah. And then once you do that, then the next thing to do is start working on your content, deliver more content. Delivering more content is definitely an enhancer to your brand and to your position in the online market. Maybe you can also focus on some video, if your business or your service permits. Focus on video, put some video posts and content up there on the internet. Sometimes you also use social media posts and content, and sometimes you can go the extra mile and go and do some social media ads as well. Sometimes they work, but
Hmm.
yeah, but definitely content is one of the things that you need to increase and be more consistent about it, because this is how you let people know that you're there, and this is when they need to know about you, that you're still there, right?
Yep.
Hmm. um, the once also, when you focus on your content, then you also need to focus on the messaging and the types of messages that you send out there. In the time of crisis, it is important not to send out selling messages. It's not the time to sell. So it's good because if it's not a time to sell, then it's a time to do some branding. And the more you do some branding or send out some branding messages, then it will enhance your brand. Conversions will come, but not as a direct effect.
Hmm.
Um, but it's not advisable, I believe, especially in crisis times, to send out selling messages. Um, not my favorite, and not my cup of tea.
Okay.
Yeah. And then one other thing I would suggest also is to do some co-marketing, if your business permits as well, is to do some co-marketing between your business and somebody else's business, and come up with a unified message or something. It is an enhancer, and it does strengthen your brand and your position.
What do you mean by co-marketing?
So you have a business, I have a business, and they sort of complement each other. So we come out with a one message, a single message that says, I'm doing this, you're doing that, and then we put both our brands on the message, and people will see both of us there. It is a way to strengthen your brand and strengthen your position.
Probably saves money too, right?
Absolutely, it does save money. I mean, in normal times, it is a way to do some promotions and maybe some joint offerings. In these times, it is a good time to just let people know that, yeah, we are here, we're together, we're trying to help the community, we're trying to help the people, and this is our unified front type of thing.
Hmm.
Mm,
Interesting.
yeah. So if I would sort of summarize all this again, I would say, yeah, first of all, it's work on your content, to enhance your online position, and try to mix it up a little bit. Use video, use social media, maybe social media ads. Sometimes, not a huge fan, but sometimes they do work. Try to build organically. I prefer to build organically, especially when you're talking about a brand. Try to build that organically, rather than paid, because organically is long lasting and long term, rather than paid, which is it is attached to a certain time period.
Hmm.
And and uh, and then focus on the messaging, and maybe try another technique, like I said, like the co-marketing initiatives.
Interesting. I think I was thinking, like, so this whole co-marketing thing is a really good idea because, I know that there's like for the restaurants, there's DoorDash and there's all these different things. I mean, that's sort of,
Exactly.
you know, but there's
It is a it
other
is a
things
way.
like,
Yeah, it is a way of co-marketing.
right. Have you
Yeah.
seen any? Have you got any other examples?
I mean, other than DoorDash and these guys, Skip the Dishes and these guys, not necessarily. No, or I can't recall. Maybe I have, but I can't recall right now.
Well,
But
there's so many services out there. I mean, that are local, right? I mean, I'm just thinking about lawn services and um, remodeling services. Others, I mean, it's endless, right?
yeah, yeah,
So these guys could get together and come up with some sort of a campaign, online campaign or whatever. I see a lot of flyers coming in the mail. So anyway, okay,
yeah.
cool.
I guess co-marketing is one of the techniques that, like I said, it works, especially if you're doing a campaign like a joint offering or something. But
Hmm.
in these times, I guess it would also be a good idea to do it from a branding perspective. Also, again, there's a huge initiative here in Canada. I'm pretty sure it's also in the States that try to support local as much as you can, like local restaurants, local everything. Try to buy local as much as we can, and when you do that, then co-marketing would definitely fall into this category.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Awesome. Well, yeah, buying local is a good idea because it really, I mean, this is where the teamwork and cooperation and all that stuff comes into play because we need each other. We need to coexist and co-support and all that stuff. So
100%,
any
100%.
ideas? Now you're part of the I'm not going to say the chamber, but you're part of the a group up there like a chamber, right?
Yeah, it's a Mississauga Board of Trade.
The Board of Trade. Okay. And so I'm sure that there have been meetings after meetings after meetings, and people are throwing ideas around and coming up with, what can we do, and
Yeah,
like that. So that's another idea that I had. If you're not involved with some sort of a organization
community
like that, yeah,
yes, or organization.
exactly. Reach out to them because it's so important, and there are people there they want to help.
Absolutely, yeah. There are a lot of committees within these boards of trade and chambers of commerce, and they are definitely in this time they are trying to help businesses as much as they can, especially the smaller ones,
Hmm.
small to medium as well. Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Businesses are run by people.
absolutely.
People buy from people. It's all about the people. So
Yeah, yeah. But
okay.
but no matter how you think of it, no matter how the markets swing and the buying habits change, and no matter how things may never be the same, and the new normal might prevail, but for brands specifically, one thing is certain. Okay, in times of crisis, maintaining brand awareness and trust is just critical, and companies
Hmm.
that remain connected and committed to their employees and customers and partners will definitely have a good turnout after that. One of
Hmm.
I'll just leave you with one little statistic here that I saw from a huge PR firm called Edelman, and they shared some data from recent study on brand trust and
Hmm.
the coronavirus pandemic. It found that 70% of people said if a brand does not participate in finding a solution and does not communicate about it, they are probably inclined not to buy that brand anymore.
Mm.
Yeah. So again, that study said 70% of the people said that if the brand are not participating and not trying to find a solution, people are probably going to shy away from them or go away from them.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a big number. I must just like that whole consumer,
Yeah.
confidence thing. That's
Yeah.
really what it's about. Because if I don't have confidence that this company or whoever, this group of people, they're not in business anymore, do I have to guess or what? You know what I mean?
We have to be assured. We all have to be reassured. Okay, are you there? What are you doing? Can I trust you? Can I trust your presence? As a consumer, as a company, I have to do that. I shouldn't wait for somebody to tell me, okay, so go out there and let people know that you're here. No, I should do this on my own.
Hey, I have a question for you.
Please.
So one of the things that I see out there, like when I go to some supermarkets, okay, for me it's frightening to go. And that's just, I mean, I'm not like freaking out, but I mean just to go because it's all required to have a face mask and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And also, I don't know if you know this company Menards.
I think I
I'm
heard
sure
of
I
it.
can. It's a big hardware place, right?
Right.
It's like the Home Depot or something like that, right?
Sure.
And so I walk into these places and they have these big signs, COVID this, and these are our rules, and they're only allowing so many people in, and this is the kind of stuff that makes me feel like they're doing the right thing. And then I go to some other stores, I won't name them, but there's nothing.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's little stickers on the floor saying, please practice social distancing. But it's like I'm not getting this warm, fuzzy feeling that they're really taking care of me.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
these are some of the things that I've noticed.
Absolutely. I mean, whenever I go out for some shopping or anything like grocery shopping or anything like that, I do see what you're saying. Mostly in maybe the larger stores. But yeah, there's a lot of signs there, and they tell people that okay, so this is what you should do, and this is what we are doing, and and some education, and yeah, I see that, and I think this is definitely a step towards what companies should be doing.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Making the customers feel that they're safe and taken care of,
Yeah.
period.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. Well
All right.
done.
Oh,
Great
thank
stuff.
you.
All right. Now, how is that to be in the dark side?
um, you mean here? You mean
Without not
and
being able
oh,
to
okay.
see
So
me.
they're not seeing you? Yeah, yeah.
You're
I think
you're
it.
in the
I think it was fine.
It's like in Star Wars. You're on the dark side.
Yeah. I think I'll leave it for the viewers to tell us.
I couldn't tell the difference. Seriously,
Well,
I
awesome.
actually think it was easier or better because you just like you were flowing and all this stuff, and it was just coming out of you. It wasn't like, you know.
Well, we've done it so many times.
Okay, well, next time we'll do it. We'll just put a blindfold on you.
Okay.
Okay, man. Thank you so much. Thank you all for watching.
Thanks.
Have a fabulous weekend from all of
All
us
right.
here in the Self Achievement Network. Have fun. Stay inspired. Take care.
Bye now.
Bye bye.